Hello, and welcome to the first episode of the Plan B ESPORTS Talkshow with me and Hugo.
What's up, everyone? It's me, Hugo, also known as Lancelot.
Yeah, and we've come together to talk about some European tournaments. And for our first episode, we have a special guest. We're trying to rotate our guests all the time, but I think we've got a pretty decent one for today. Do you think so?
Yeah, I think
No.
our guest is, kind of hot news, as you would say, right now in the European Smash scene, and even in like the global scene. Yeah.
Yeah, right. If PG Stats still existed, they
True,
would have probably
true.
done a video about him. It's M4E
Hello,
is today's guest.
hello.
Oh, welcome, Chris. Hello.
Yeah,
Thank,
we're happy to have you here.
thank you for
And
inviting me.
the big reason why we want to talk about you is your Icarus run.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Chris, could you tell us about your Icarus run? You got third at the event, which is pretty crazy, right? Because like Grant's was just blue Gluto. You were just behind those two players. So
Yes.
how did you prep for Icarus?
How did
Why
I?
did you think you had like such a good run at that event?
Why do I? Well, let's start from the last question because that's the most interesting part, which is why did I have a good run? And I think it's because I was extremely pressured to do well and extremely nervous.
Really?
Which,
So you think that
yeah.
helped you?
Yeah, like this is weird, but the more pressured and nervous I am, the more I feel like the more focused I get in tournament, which in turns helps me like get a lot of information and play the PvP part better.
Yeah.
So like since it was an Italian event,
Mm.
I was basically the Italian that had to do well.
Yeah.
It felt and since like every Italian like lost in pool
Yeah.
and almost all of them like got out in loser side, I felt like I had to do well or else it would have been a disaster, right? So
Yeah.
when I saw like everyone losing, I was like kind of sad, but at the same time it pushed me to do like my best. So that's a very huge part for me, which is also why I tend to do much better at measures compared to like any other tournaments. The more
Yeah.
pressure and nervous I am, the better I play.
Yeah.
As for the prep, I had like 3 people in mind that I didn't want to play, which were first Bloom, second Gluto, and third was any Steve player.
Wait, did you say any Steve?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well,
But
you don't have
did-
any Steves to practice, right?
sorry.
Do you have any Steves to practice?
We don't. We have like one good Steve in Italy, but I mainly played with. I mainly played with like one Italian Steve, and then at the tournament I played a bit with like. I
who?
played a bit. I played in doubles against Ente, and
Yeah, Ente, yeah.
yeah, and I felt very comfortable in the matchup. So I was like, I don't think I need to practice this, so I can figure out what else I had in bracket, and yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but you
And
did end up playing Crêpe Salé in the bracket, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
luckily
you played all 3 of them.
yeah, I played all 3 of them, which is why I was very mad because of all the brackets I could have had, that was the worst one.
Yeah.
Like,
But
yeah.
you did end up beating Bloom in winners
Yeah.
anyways, so...
Yeah. So, the main problem with my bracket was who I had to play to get out of pools.
Yeah.
Because I had to play Driby. I don't know if it's Driby or Dryby. The
Dryby.
Oh, it's
German,
Dryby,
the German pitcher, yeah. And I already lost to Netoru once.
Mm.
But to be fair, I didn't know the matchup as well as I do now. So that was a kind of hard set. I lost game 1 and then won 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, I was watching it. You won 3-1, I think, right?
Yeah, I won 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1, yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching it. I think you were like losing game 3 and then you got like a clutch shield break.
Yes,
with down smash,
exactly.
and then you just kind of ran away with the rest of the
Yeah,
set.
exactly. Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, as for the prep, I'll be fair. I mainly prep for Bloom.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mainly prep for Bloom and played like a first 2-5 with SBF on Wi-Fi for Gluto. And yeah, no, that's most of it.
Oh, it
Yeah.
keeps cutting you off.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Wait,
No
is
problem,
it?
no problem.
So I said what I said is that I mainly practice for Bloom for
Mhm.
Yeah.
about uh 1 hour almost every day for a week,
Mm.
Mhm.
and at least 1 hour. And then I
Yeah.
just played a first to five against SBF on Wi-Fi for Gluto, and
Okay,
that's
okay.
most of it. Yes.
I feel like it's much harder to prep for Gluto since like SBF plays so much different from
Yeah.
Yeah.
from Gluto. Like
Yeah.
I feel like from what I've played, the other Warriors they play much more like grounded and much more stationary than like Gluto. Gluto moves around much more,
Yes. The
and his
main pro.
pressure and everything is just better.
Yeah. Them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, first off, he's better at everything than
Yeah, yeah,
almost
yeah,
any
yeah.
warrior, but also I think he's just so good at abusing warriors' air drift. Like,
Yeah.
it's unparalleled in this regard.
Yes. Main problem with Gluto is that I already played him once on Wi-Fi, and it was is one of Wario can basically platform camp Sephiroth PTR.
Mm.
Mhm.
If you see my game 1 and 2 against Gluto, it was literally standing on the platform and staying there because I can't
Yeah.
really pressure Wario on platform.
Yeah, you
So
can like maybe up air or something,
I
but
can upper, but
Mhm.
that's sort of commit, right?
yeah, yeah, and it's like a one up air, and that doesn't
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
lead to anything.
Yep. Yep. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't really juggle Wario as Sephiroth at all because
Yeah,
of
I
the
cannot.
airspeed.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people think like what it's still like a thing. I feel like in the community that people are like, if someone outranges Wario, Wario auto
Mhm.
loses or something. I feel like that's less of a thing nowadays. But people still are like, oh,
I
Sephiroth has so much range, Wario should lose, right? But it's not.
Yeah.
It's not that simple.
I feel like Wario doesn't really lose to swords as much as
Yeah,
before
yeah, I
in the
agree.
previous games, but Wario suffers a lot against like close quarters bullies and characters with big hitboxes. So
Yeah, yeah,
if
yeah.
you talk about like if you think about like Luigi, Shotos in general, uh, Bay as well.
Yeah, Bayo,
I
yeah,
think those are the
Yeah.
characters that really beat Wario or do like very well against him at least.
yeah,
Whereas Swords, like Wario can navigate around Swords way too easily because Swords usually have like either big either like if you speak about Seth, right? He has like kind of weird blind spots. Then Wario can get around
yeah,
very very easily. Or if you
Mhm.
or like Shulk, it's like his frame that is kind of low, so Wario can like mixes up his approaches very well, and he can get in.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's annoying.
it
Like
is.
Wario
Yeah.
swords. Like it being just having more reward in like close quarters, like Game and Watch,
Yes,
and less risk and more reward. Yeah,
yeah,
with like Game and Watch, Bayo stuff like that. That's
yeah,
those are the Wario counters.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We also see it in the players Gluto struggles with,
yeah, exactly.
because it's not like he keeps losing to Leo and Spargo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's a lot harder against Sonics and Meister.
yeah, it
yeah,
is.
exactly.
Yeah.
It is. It is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it's not
but
against Meister, it's against Mia. He's had problems against like Shotos because he lost to like Andres. He
yeah,
loses.
yeah.
He has problem with Kazuya and Lugi as well.
Mm.
So like, yeah, I don't think Swords really beat Wario.
Yeah, I
Outside
feel
of
like yeah,
outside of like a few very like outside of like Lucina.
yeah, exactly. Lucina is like the best story against Wario for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah, I
Mhm.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's interesting though that like Bluto has to work harder in Europe nowadays though. Like he's dropping more games, has closer sets nowadays. So I think it's more exciting to see. Like Lugi destroyed him at the invasion, right? Like but like Lugi could have actually won KOF. We'll get to that a bit later.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like it's crazy to think
now
about.
that you mention it, I don't think Gluto has looked as good as he did these past few tournaments than he did in a while.
Yeah,
Like
I agree. Yeah,
he pretty easily is maybe a hard word, but his wins at Icarus and King of Fields felt much easier, and
yeah,
it was a much better performance than like in the past half year tournaments.
for sure. I feel like his bracket at King of Fields wasn't as hard as it could have been, right? Like he dodged
Mhm.
Bloom, he dodged Kurama. Like those were like his hardest opponents. Even like Siski, I think it's harder for him than Quick because of the playstyle difference mostly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I remember, I think it was Longo who tweeted, "Oh, I'm sitting next to Gluto and he's praying that Lugi doesn't make it
Oh
to
yeah,
grand
yeah,
finals."
yeah,
So
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, because Quick, like he kind of destroyed Quick at Icarus and King of Fields. Like King of Fields, the
yeah,
games were closer, but it was like still a trio, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it,
And but let's get back to your run for a bit.
Yes.
Uh,
Sure.
you beat Bloom in winners, and
Yeah.
then unfortunately in losers you lost. What
Yeah.
changed between those sets?
Uh.
And
Yeah.
and what was your game plan? Because you said you didn't want to play Bloom.
I didn't want to play Bloom before before the tournament because Bayo has always been my main weak point in brackets. Right.
Mhm.
So like when I was preparing for Icarus, I was unironically losing to like every Bayo was playing on Wi-Fi. Uh, I was. I was getting. I would be honest. I'll be honest. I was getting tilted every day playing against Bayo. Like every day, I was like, let's try to play against Bayo. Let's be like I don't know. Let's not tilt today at least.
yeah.
And every day it was
Mhm.
worse than the previous one. So I started.
Okay.
So I started to like cry for help on Twitter, and good Sir Pelly helped me figure out some things about the matchups, and uh, mainly mainly like how to play when I was cornered. Mainly the fact that Bayo can't really eat like the Seth Legend animation.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I looked at how to deal with butt within, which combos I could do 100% of the time, which ones I could not. How to like what to do if I was baiting butt within as well. Uh, how to deal with air reversals because Bayo is probably one of the best reversals in the game.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
ABK from ledge is like broken, and I was like looking at every single thing that could help me fight against Bayo, and that helped a lot. Uh, Mainly like I usually play a lot of like aerial based. But against Bayo, I started like literally just like shielding, running around,
Mhm.
and praying that she doesn't hit me my dash animation.
Yeah, just praying, praying
Yeah,
that you
literally
don't get
praying.
unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What changed between the winners and losers set? To be fair, I think there were there were two main things. First one is Bloom stopped going to Bastion, and he started
Mhm.
actually banning Bastion. So that
Mhm.
was weird.
Okay.
And I didn't really know what to do because I expected him to just like keep playing on Bastion, and I made him go to PS2 twice. And
Mhm.
like, for people that know me, I hate PS2 as Sephiroth. I think it's one of his worst stages.
Okay.
So
Oh, why is
that's
that?
PS2 platforms are a bit higher,
Mhm.
and Bloom really loved to down ABK towards the side
Mhm.
platforms of PS2 to land there.
Yeah.
And Seth cannot really hit those outside of perfect space back air or up air. But both of
Yeah.
these are
Okay.
slow, right? So on small battlefield, what I was doing in at King of Fields was literally just like running short of fair, and I was hitting the platform. That was very easy to do.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah,
against
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
like against Bayo, I left PS2 open twice, and yeah, that's a very important thing that I really needed to like learn in that set.
Oh yeah.
And second thing was I was way too down on stamina. I was
Yeah.
literally dead.
I can imagine. Yeah, it's a long day.
Like Bayo requires a lot of like mental stamina, a lot of like
Oh yeah.
being in the moment. Never autopilot. If you autopilot once, you die at 70 before wing, and then you're done. So like,
Yeah.
so like those two things were the main parts of main points that
Yeah.
changed.
Like that was such a long run, right? It was
Yeah.
like it was like 9 p.m. or something when you had to play Bloom as well, and you'd be like waiting whole day. I feel like stamina is such a hard thing to manage, and I feel
Yeah.
like Bloom, and I think Gluto is really good at stamina management. That's why he does well at tournaments.
Yeah, I think Seth kind of struggles from stamina management as well.
Yeah.
Because he can never autopilot. Like he has to be precise both input wise and game plan wise. He has to like be precise in almost everything. Because if you're wrong once and you die before wing, I don't want to say you are done, but you are pretty close to being done.
Yeah, definitely kind of like just just keeps getting worse and worse.
Yeah. So have you thought about picking up another character, either be it for like Wario, which characters like Wario, which we previously talked about, or like stamina management, like an autopilot pools character?
Okay, honestly, like the way I play in pool as Seth is literally, it's not autopilot, right? But it's it's so hard to beat if you don't know what to do precisely, that I just run through pools by doing the same three to four things. And pools are not really a problem for me, at least right now. But after Icarus, I didn't really think about like playing other characters because I think Wario is playable. I think main problem against Ludo was, once again, I went to PS2 twice. And fun fact to everyone that wants to play against French players, they literally play 90% of sets only on PS2. So please ban PS2 against France, and you will be fine. Maybe.
That's a funny French counter play.
Maybe, not sure, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Ramses tweeted about that like a while ago. Like French players live on PS2.
Yeah, they live on PS2. Like most French players against me at Icarus, they were asking me to like start the set on PS2, and I always said no and then ban PS2. So like, yeah.
Except versus Gluto.
Exactly. Yeah, which was wrong on my part, I think. So after Icarus, no, I didn't think that Sephiroth was the problem after Icarus. It was more so, me. And my knowledge at the time about matchup and stages.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna get to a different tournament later, which maybe had you considering picking up a secondary.
Maybe.
I don't know. But let's talk about like the last few interesting aspects of Icarus. I think some other runs that stood out as being kind of surprising were Mukuro and Quick.
Yes.
Quick, of course, everyone knows how good Quick is, but he hasn't done that well in a while.
Yeah.
And Icarus felt definitely like more like the old Quick.
For sure, 2019 Quick.
Yeah. And King of Fields even better, but we'll get to that later. Let's take a moment to talk about Mukuro.
Yeah, everyone again, like just like Quick, everyone knows how good Mukuro is, right? Like literally consistent, like really consistent inside Germany, but like he hasn't done that well ever out of country. Like got like 17th at Colossal last year, I think, which is like good, but it's like nothing like super special. But then he had like a really good run. I think he had a close set with Jaka. I don't know how that set went. I don't know if anybody watched Bowser Isabel. But
I don't think so.
After that, he beat Raflo and Flo. Like pretty. Like I know his set versus Raflo was like game 5 last hit.
Yeah.
But then he beat Flo like pretty cleanly. It was not like that close.
Yeah.
And then he obviously played you, Chris. And then I think apparently after that set he said he ran out of stamina versus Orion.
Yeah,
He's another
it's
notable run from that event, I think.
yeah, his set against Orion
Yeah.
was you could tell something was wrong again, like in Mukuro against Orion. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was kind of that.
Yeah, it was
Like,
like it was a wash. So that
yeah.
was like it's kind of a clip fest. Not
As
gonna
for
lie.
Mukuro, he has always like done very well inside of Germany, and he
Yeah.
has some very particular traits. As for a Bowser,
Mm.
mainly like he's very patient,
He is,
but
yeah.
when he has a read, he has some very weird punishes, right?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah, he does. It's weird.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember my game 2 against him. Like I just ran off to counter his up B,
Oh yeah.
and he punished my up B by just down airing me off stage. And
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
That was kind of swag though.
yeah,
Mhm.
it was. But then like I played him a few like on Wi-Fi, and I knew like that he had like some very weird tricks, like like fire breath. The last state of fire breath basically pushes me off stage, but doesn't
Yeah.
put me into tumble. So
Mhm.
it body blocks me from grabbing the ledge sometimes. So like, he has all these sort of weird things that you don't expect, but he actually has some very weird tricks.
He does, yeah.
And which is
Especially if you don't know Bowser.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is like why I think like it's very scary to fight if you have
Mm.
never ever played him. And yeah, and but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like he has like very good adapting. I feel like so like
Yeah.
like it's not one that once you figure him out is done, because as we can see like in Germany, he has played Quick a lot and they still
Yeah.
trade sets. He has played Tariq a lot and they still trade sets.
I think
Yeah.
he actually has a pretty bad record versus Tariq nowadays.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah, yeah.
I remember
After
a
Kaz,
while ago, didn't he beat him with DK?
yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
But that was like the
Wow.
first set he took like in like 7 sets or something.
Yeah. After
Yeah.
since Kazuya came out, he has like lost to Tariq a bunch. Yeah, but
Yeah.
if recently figured out that DK does very well against Kazuya, so he started
Yeah.
playing DK against Kazuya, and yeah, he got a set and then he lost the next one, I think. But
I don't think they've played since that set. I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
I think they
Or no,
did at least
no,
once.
they did at the one cactus final thing. I think. Yeah, you're right. Then Tariq won. Yeah.
Yep.
Makes sense. We
I
can
am
talk.
gonna check that, but let's keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Um,
As for Quake, I'm
yeah.
very glad that like he is back. Because
Mm.
like his Samus is like my favorite type of Samus. He's like very he's so he's so different from Siskwe.
Yes, like it's literally night and day.
It's literally
It's
another
like
character.
not the same character.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So like it's like weird to like play against both of them. Which is what I did yesterday. Which is what like I did yesterday in a Wi-Fi tournament.
Oh yeah.
And I played
Mhm.
Siskwe and then I played Quake, and it felt like I was playing two different matchups. Because like they were so different.
Yeah, it's insanely different.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which is
Quick
what
is like yeah.
which is what I like about like some characters. Because like they really they give you
Okay, sorry guys, we had some technical difficulties, but they should be fixed now. So where were we?
I think we're talking about Quick and Siski, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
Yes. So what I was saying is that yesterday I played both of them and they were very different from each other. I think Sisko is more aggressive, is more willing to like just like throw aerials, throw hitboxes, and then get like basically play the information war by committing a lot, but by
Yeah.
committing a lot also getting a lot of information, which is like the main thing about him. Whereas Quick is like he's more willing to sometimes play more defensively smart. So like
Yeah. I feel like that's definitely the what most people say is a difference between them. Like Siski just runs in and pressures, does
Yeah.
jump in there, run in jab, retreat or something. But Quick like kind of just takes his time more, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. And at Icarus, they even played. And I think they also played at King of Fields.
No,
No,
they didn't play
No,
King of
they
Fields.
only
They
played
didn't?
at Icarus. Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
Like I remember Quick, since Quick, saying the day before, so like on Saturday, that he was very not confident against Quick. Because he said that Quick is better than him at the summons did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Siski complained to me like all weekend that he hates his bracket,
Yes.
that he has to fight Quick because Quick was seeded
Yeah.
really low, like seeded like 14th,
It was
which kind of
14.
made sense for the event since he hadn't really
Yeah.
attended anything in Europe and
Yes.
stuff. But like Siski was so mad that he had to play
Yeah.
Quick because that's
He
like
was very mad.
because I know he has never wants to fight Quick and never wants to fight Blue, and that's the two people he had to fight at Icarus.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's always kind of difficult when you know that someone is better than their seed, but there's no justification for seeding them higher.
Yeah.
If this person is in your bracket, that's the worst thing that can happen.
Yeah. And especially the
Yeah.
player matchup, like I know Siski has beaten Quick in the Ditto, but it's like even if you guys saw the sets they had at IB games actually on Wi-Fi, like Quick just destroyed Siski. Even though it's
Yeah.
online,
Mhm.
like you could tell like Quick was just outplaying Siski like by an insane amount. But they're like said that Icarus was, I believe, game 5 last stock last hit, and like Quick barely won. But still, you could see like Quick was like more comfortable playing the Samsung Ditto neutral. I feel like.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And also, maybe Germany's starting to redeem themselves. Who knows?
True.
Because I remember a time where Germany was like a top 3 country in Europe,
Yeah.
and it didn't look like that for almost the entirety of Ultimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
now.
with now it's looking way different.
Yeah.
Not even with like not only this run from Quick and Mukuro, but also with so many newer players, and of course Tariq and Longo also having some good performances lately.
Yep. Sure.
I feel like Germany. I feel like Germany is for sure in the top 5 of Europe.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the top 5 is pretty much easy to guess. Like, not order is like UK, France, then Germany, Netherlands, and Spain.
Yeah, easily.
And then the problem becomes from 6 onwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, what would be the 6th one? Actually, that's a good question.
It's either Austria or Italy.
I don't know. That's a hard question. Depends on how.
That's it.
Yeah. Depends on how hard you value you're carrying.
Oh yeah.
I don't need to carry. I think even without me, Italy has a shot. Italy would have a shot against Austria because at Icarus at least, y'all went game 5 against SK Wirral.
Oh yeah.
And well, NFL literally won, but he lost. So against Yeti.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
So
that's it. Ending,
that set was so. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm still mad. But like, poor NFL. Like he won against SBF once. I mean, he won, but he didn't win. What happened is that he Becker Wario off stage. Wario was dead after the Becker, but he forceful a bit too quickly, and he died before Wario.
Oh, so stuff like that. Okay,
yes.
That's sad.
Okay.
And now he lost to Yeti for basically 2%.
Yeah. It happens.
He's always unlucky. And I'm like, one day.
One day.
But yeah, I think there's 6 countries, either Italy or Austria.
Yeah. I can definitely see it.
I don't even know how to settle it, like how to decide who is better. But
yeah.
Whoever is performing better at Terra, I don't even know.
Terra counts.
I don't even know who's coming from Austria, but I know we have some players there.
Sandro is coming, Simpro is coming, Yeti is coming. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Easy.
Nice. Easy Austria dub.
I do think like having a country ranking like at the end of the year would be a fun
It
fun
would
idea
be.
for this podcast. Yeah.
And
Oh, true.
would.
Yeah, we could do
Yeah.
that.
Let's also take a quick moment to talk about Orion and then about King of Fields.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because Orion, another player, we all know is amazing,
Yeah.
and who I wouldn't say he was in a slump, but he definitely didn't perform as well as he used to lately, I think.
Yeah,
Or
I feel
maybe
like,
I'm
I feel like
overlooking.
he's always just really inconsistent.
Yeah.
Like he did really well at Genesis. He got like 33rd, only lost to Zomba and Ouch. Almost won versus
Mhm.
Ouch in the Wolf Ditto. Had some other good wins like Monte. But then he likes at some French events he sometimes doesn't perform that well. I believe he was it the Glory? I don't think he did too well. He lost to he lost to Chris actually, and then I believe he
Yeah.
lost right away to I think Vidad.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
because he has like these problem matchups like Rob, characters that like don't really exist in France. Like if he lacks the matchup knowledge, he doesn't play as confident. Like we all know Orion like moves,
Yeah.
like his movement and
Yeah.
like confidence and everything is just
Yeah.
great to watch, and that's why he's so good. But when he doesn't
Yeah,
really know the matchup, then it's different.
Yeah.
US Twitter always farms likes by just by posting his movement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because they don't know what it's like.
they do. They don't, dude.
Yeah.
They don't. It's different.
Confident Orion is insane. Like,
Yeah.
and I think at Icarus we saw like that, and it was very, very. It felt hard to deal with for the opponent.
Yeah. Like he
Yeah.
almost beat Bloom.
Yeah.
He has always done well against Bloom.
Yeah. He always does well.
I think Wolf probably is one of the characters that beats Bayo, or either goes even at worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. Time to pick up Wolf.
No,
Okay.
I mean I don't. Maybe you do.
Maybe.
Maybe everyone should just play Wolf.
Yeah, maybe.
Nah.
Maybe that's
I think so.
not in this meta, I think.
Overrated character.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Oregon had a great run. Glad to see.
Yeah.
He beat like Leon, who he usually loses to. So he beat.
Although he did have a bit of a scary first set of top 64, don't you think?
It was slightly scary, but unfortunately, his opponent started getting down smashed at 70.
Yeah. But I still can't believe that you won like the third game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game, I was like, I was last stock 70%, and Orion was like 160 first stock, and I won that game.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I'll take that, even though I lost the set. Okay, I feel like now we could probably talk about King of Fields since
Yes.
since that term was kind of insane to spectate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I had no idea what to expect, but it wasn't this.
Dude, it was so funny because I was like, I didn't obviously attend it, and I didn't have much time to watch day one, and I was like, okay, it's day one of pools, not much is probably gonna happen, and then like
No.
everything happened.
No.
So yeah,
French pools are something else.
they
But,
are,
and we are gonna see that at, I will assure, like 100% we are gonna see that at Era, and I wouldn't
yeah.
like, I won't be surprised if more and more top seats will drown, because like
Yeah.
it was so scary for everyone.
Yeah,
I
for
think-
sure.
Like my pool was fine, but like if I think about like Mukuro, he has drowned like in round.
Yeah.
Flow lost winner round 1.
Yeah, well, Flo
Space-
lost literally round 1 and 2, and French Isabella, I believe.
Yeah. yes. And then Icon lost to DDD.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I can get hit by the DDD, and then made an insane run.
Yeah, and then Space almost lost to Etish's Palu.
Oh, I was
Oh,
watching
think-
that. I was
oh,
so
I
scared.
think he played so well as well. Like that.
Yeah.
Like, that Palu was so good.
Yeah, did
In
that
general,
I didn't-
French Palus are scary.
Yeah.
So scary.
Yeah, very good. I believe that
Yeah.
Palu Etish had a pretty good run afterwards. I think he made top 64 at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got 33rd
Okay.
losing to Naskino.
Oh,
Yeah.
Naskino, dude. Naskino got top 16 as well with Zelda.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And then
It's kind of absurd how France has two really good Zeldas, but is still missing certain characters at top level.
Yeah, like
yeah,
Rob. They don't have a
Yeah,
Rob.
for example.
I don't think they have an Aegis either. Yeah,
No, they don't have like a top
Yeah,
level
no,
Aegis.
no.
Only pocket Aegis is like I think
yeah,
Flo has like a pocket Aegis, and
Yeah.
yeah,
actually that's it. I don't think they don't have a Aegis. Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, it's crazy.
And I don't remember who else. Like, oh, Bloom lost in pool too.
Yeah, yeah. Bloom lost in
Yeah.
pools. Bloom lost
Yeah.
in
Totally obvious.
pools.
Yeah.
Omika drowned as well.
Oh, but Homika, who did he lose to in winners? But I know he had to play Bloom, I
Yeah,
believe,
know,
to make it out.
He had to play Bloom in losers. Any winner, I don't really remember.
Yeah. I don't remember either. I know
Almost.
Orion lost early to Patu, the Swiss Lucas,
Swiss
I believe.
Lucas. Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, and then
Like-
Orion, like we just talked about Orion, right? Who had a great performance at
Yeah.
Icarus,
Yeah.
but he got 33rd at KOF. So
Yeah, it's so hard. Like especially in France, it's so hard to be consistent. It's
Yeah, it is.
so hard. Like I'm usually preferred for most matchups, but like seeing how many weird characters there were in France, I was like, man, I don't feel ready for this.
Yeah.
No, because it's so weird about France is I always have the feeling that France is the only country where most people try to learn every gimmick of the character
Yeah.
before they learn the fundamentals. And I'm not saying that French players don't have funnies. Please don't come for me, French Twitter. But I think this is what makes the like mid level of France so scary.
Yeah.
Is that they first and foremost try to learn the character, because if somebody comes up to you and is like, "Oh, I'm the third best Isabel in Vienna," you would think, "Okay, whatever." But when somebody comes up to you and says, "I'm the third best Isabel in Lyon,"
yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
trying to play you. I'm really
Yeah.
not trying to play you, dude.
Yes, it's so scary. And like
It is, yeah.
I think part of why it's like this is because France, like the French scene in general, is so passionate about the game.
Yeah, they
Like
are.
I don't think you were there. You too? Were
No.
you there, Clemens?
No.
Okay,
No, it's KOF.
yeah,
But
well-
I've been to French tournaments. We've been to French tournaments.
All right,
Yeah.
like,
we-
there,
we know
it
what
was
it
so
is.
insane. Like I genuinely was, I wasn't like really loving the game during this weekend, but they made me love the game and made me
Yeah,
love
yeah.
be there. That was so cool. Like everyone was was always like chanting. That everyone was so hyped up. And also like after the announcement of Terra, I saw
Yeah.
people literally jumping and like running in the venue. It was like so crazy.
Yeah, they love the game like more than any scene in the world, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they are also like very good. I
Yeah.
think that's why the French scene like has improved a lot in general. Like they have so many people that can be in the top 100 of Europe,
Easily.
right? or even
Easily.
more, honestly.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But I think we could talk a little bit about your experience at KOF, your Paris
Yeah.
travel, your run.
My Paris to what? To Humming's house or in the Brugge?
Yes, the humming
Oh,
the
it's
humming
true.
house travel. Tell us about the
Oh,
humming
God.
house travel.
Well, to make it, I'll make it like very quick. All right.
Yeah.
Basically, I was like I traveled from Milan rather than Rome because it
Yeah.
was cheaper,
Mhm.
right? And I had to travel from an airport that I've never been in. So to get there, I had to get a train, and that train
Yeah.
got delayed. So we start the
Mhm.
day like this. The train gets delayed. I get to the airport. I did the check-in online, right?
Yeah.
For some reason, the company that I got the ticket from, right, which was I think it was like Air France.
Yeah.
They basically wanted me to also do the check-in IRL.
Okay.
So I went there and was like, okay, but I've never done the check-in IRL. outside of one time in Germany.
Mm.
So I was kind of lost, I'll be fair. It took me about 1 hour to realize what I had to do. Then I did it, and I found out, thanks to Tariq, that my plane got delayed as well. But his plane got delayed too. So
Oh my god.
basically, we should have met at around 19, but instead
Mhm.
we both got there at about 20 or
Okay,
so.
okay. Not the
I
Okay.
wait.
worst.
Yeah, not the
Yeah.
worst. I wait for him for like 20 minutes. He lands, and we both had to take a train ticket. We both had to had to go get a train to get to
Yeah.
Amin's place. And now this is where everything begins. I land
Oh.
in Terminal 2. He lands in Terminal 3. We both tell each other, alright, let's meet to the train entrance. I get there first. I send a photo, and he's like, wait, but I'm here too. But I don't see you. Turns out that he is one station ahead of me for some reason, but we were in
Mhm.
the same airport. Okay? So what
Okay.
he says is like, okay, no problem, you get a ticket, and then you tell me when you get in.
No. Oh
And
no.
wait, you tell me when you get in, and then we meet in the train. So my phone battery was at 10%.
Chris.
I go to the ticket machine, and I basically meant to pay with uh cash, right? With like
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
all right, and I had to pay 11. First problem: the ticket machine did not accept any money that was more than €2, and I couldn't get to €11 with pennies. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the first problem. I didn't have a card. That's the second problem. So I go around with €10, with €11 in my hand, looking for someone that wanted that could like pay my ticket with a card. Uh, I meet, I meet, I see like in the ticket machine one guy that had like the Italian language on. So I go to him and I ask him like, "Can you pay with card and I give you back with cash?" And he's like, "Sure." And he
Okay.
was an Italian Japanese guy that
Okay.
could only talk in Italian and Japanese, so no English. Okay.
Yeah, but you
Uh,
can just communicate in
yeah, we
Italian,
can
right?
talk
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
Italian and we are fine. Yes,
Yeah.
if only his card did work. His card
Mhm.
didn't work either contactless or with PIN, right?
Oh my
So,
god.
and then we try one. We try the first ticket machine, doesn't work. We try the second one, doesn't work. We try the third one, doesn't work. And we're like, wait, what is happening? So we go to the security guard, right? And she cannot speak any English. So I'm like, okay, sure. But and the only thing she could like tell me was like, go there to pay. And we see a
Mhm.
very long queue where everyone was basically trying to pay with cash because the ticket machine were not working. So we spent around 30 to an hour in this queue, very long queue, and I basically was his translator because he couldn't speak any English.
Yeah.
So basically, me and this guy were like basically traveling buddies, met in Paris,
Oh my
and it
god.
was something. Yeah. Problem: during that time, I was not responding to any DMs on Twitter, and Tarek thought I was lost. He got scared, and my phone battery was still at like 5% at that time. Uh,
Yeah.
I get the ticket. I go to the. I get the ticket, and it's 10:30. I got to the airport at 20. It took two
Wait.
hours to get to the train, realize what was
Wow.
happening with the ticket machine, talk to the security guard, and then get the ticket. 2 hours and a half.
Oh my
During that time,
god.
Tariq was tilted, I think, or something. I don't know. He for sure was not happy with me.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
So
Oh
then,
my god.
so then, I get the ticket. I go to get the train, and nobody knew what was happening. So like I try asking around, and they were like, "Bro, I don't know if another train is coming." I'm like, "Wait, what?" So like then one train comes, and that train basically was like his last go for the day. I tried to ask him, like, I had to ask the security guard, like, is this train starting again or is it like stopping here? And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, okay, cool. And then after 20 minutes, another train comes. I get to the train, and now two things happen. It's 22:50. All right, it's 10:50. Okay,
Yeah.
first problem. Hamming made us a very precise guide on how to get to his place, but he did not think that it will take 3 hours to get to the train. And
Yeah.
after 10:30, there were going to be some working to do on the train. How do I say this? There was like some maintenance to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah,
our
yeah,
old
on the
plan
metro.
got destroyed, and yet to make another plan that
Oh
took
my
us like an
God.
hour more or so. But that's not the only problem. My phone was at 2%. I got to the train, and my Twitter DMs stopped working. I could read everything, but I could not reply to anything. I tried to like DM in our group, and nothing was getting sent. Like literally nothing. And so I panicked, and then I realized that Discord was working. So I DM'd Tariq on Discord, and fortunately, and luckily, he read the message. And he asked, "Are you in the front back? Are you in the front, or are you in the back?" And I said to him that I was in the back, probably like last two or in the last two wagon. So he got into the last wagon, and he said, "Are you here?" I'm waving my arm. I look for him. He's not here. And then I tell him, "Oh, then you're probably in the next." Then he said, like, "All right, then I'm probably in the next one." So between one and the other station, it was going off going off the train, and then getting in the next wagon. And we did this for 2 times until I realized that I was not in the back wagon, but I was in the front one, precisely the first one. and then he's like, and then he told me like, "All right, I'm done with trying to figure out where you are. Let's meet at the last station, and that's it."
Yeah. That's a better plan.
Yeah, and yeah, it was an unfortunate run,
I
and
can't.
it was not my fault.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
we
I
should
mean, you could charge your phone.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah, that would have helped a lot. Tariq waited for you over 2 hours at the airport at the
3
same
hours.
station.
3 hours.
Yeah.
He waited 3 hours in the same station for you.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
your best friend right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I would have
Shout out
gone
to Tariq.
insane. I would have
And
gone
then-
insane.
Yeah, me
And
too.
then, well, problem is, if he actually left me there, I was down.
Yeah,
My
but
phone-
he waited for you 3 hours. He loves you. He's your best friend now.
Yeah.
Forever.
But
Oh my
okay,
God.
we arrived at Tommy's place at midnight. Yeah.
You should have been there around like 9-10 p.m.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it all worked
yeah.
out.
yeah.
Can't believe it.
Unfortunate story.
Okay. Well, now that we got that out of the way, and now we know the full context.
Another unfortunate story.
Yeah. How did you feel about King of Fields, the tournament itself, and your run? Because we all, I think we all saw the heat complaints on Twitter.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that. It's just like, but we already read stuff on Twitter, so
Yeah, everyone knows it was like really hot there, but it was, apparently the Smash organization couldn't really do much about it.
Yeah, but yeah. They tried to fix it for day 2, but yeah. Anyway, I was main problem was I practiced too much on Wi-Fi beforehand, and basically all my inputs were very much off during both the pre-event on Friday
Yeah,
and
dojo.
also day one of pools. Luckily, during day one, I was like wave deep, so during those 6 hours, I managed to like figure out what was going wrong, and
Nice,
my
that's good.
inputs became like cleaner and cleaner to the point where I was playing. I didn't play well this event, but I play decent. All right,
Yeah,
so like
yeah,
it was not like my best event for sure.
yeah.
Uh, Pools were very like they went like kinda okay. Everything was like going as planned. Luckily, I had to play Palu to get out of pools, and everyone knows that like in pools you'd rather fight Palu than
Yeah,
Yeah.
any gimmick characters.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that
we
was
all
like
know that.
yeah. And yeah, pool was very like chill for me. Uh,
Nice.
Main problem was day two because I had to fight Echo's Diddy Kong,
Yeah.
and yeah, Seth Diddy is not a good matchup. That's for sure. And also, apparently, Echo made a 20-page PDF doc for him and Ruffalo about me and Sephiroth.
That is crazy.
Yes,
He was very
Only the
prepared for
French.
you. For
he
you
was
then.
insanely prepared.
Yeah.
And what I
And then,
realized, yeah,
then
yeah,
you lost him and Buffalo, which is kind of funny.
yeah, yeah. At least Ruffalo was game five,
Yeah.
but yeah,
But that's a much
uh,
better matchup, right? So.
yeah, it is. But
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, I'll talk about that later. So like about Diddy, like I don't think there is a way to consistently win it. I got too stubborn, honestly, during the set because I was like, it's getting closer. I know I can do it. I'm like, if I figure this and this out, maybe I can like make this set playable. But it was not really playable. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I don't think that was playable at all. And
Mm.
this event made me realize that I can't keep I can't hope to like outplay my opponents so much every single set in bad matchups because the more people get good, the less that's possible to do.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So like after this event, I'm starting to work on my secondary, and
Lucina, right?
But,
at the moment it's Lucina. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Uh,
how good is Lucina against Diddy?
it's okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, like
it's
better
okay.
than Sephiroth,
It-
at
I mean,
least.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
and-
question. But I just have Smash 4
yeah,
Yeah.
Smash
in
4
my
is
mind where it
yeah.
was the worst. It was Lucina's worst matchup.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's definitely playable. Like Proto beat Tweak, so like
Yeah.
if Proto
Okay.
can beat Tweak, I can do it too. Not saying
True.
that I'm on Proto's level, but
Yeah.
it means that
Yeah.
if Tweak can lose against Lucina, then
Like you can
and
beat
it's
Echo.
You're probably not
Yeah.
gonna play against Tweak anytime
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah,
But
right.
Terra, you know, you never know.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the Lucina
yeah.
ready for Terra.
Now I got mad between day 1 and 2 because if I lost to Echo, I would have had to play Bloom for 33rd. And if I lost my winner round 2, I would have had to play Icon for 17th.
Oh my god.
Like my bracket was completely destroyed by unfortunate circumstances. And between day
But-
1 and 2, my headphones broke.
Oh yeah.
So like that's another fun fact.
But you
But-
did end up beating Blue.
Yeah. Okay. I was very confident against Bloom. So yeah. Like I felt I was confident against Bloom in general. So I knew that if I lost to Echo, I would have probably beaten Bloom or at least gotten close to it. So yeah. And I also like figure out more and more stuff after our Icarus after our Icarus sets. So like I was I still had stuff to push about the matchup after Icarus, and I did that at King of Fields. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Like ban
Uh,
PS2.
like Bam PS2, yeah, and also like I edge guarded him like 3 times.
Yeah, I was watching the set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. I don't think he said to me that he's not gonna play Bayo against Seth again.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Interesting. Did he
he's-
say like which character he's gonna go?
Yeah.
Oh, who
Yeah.
is it?
Me brawler.
Nope, he's not playing.
Ah.
Bro. I don't think I don't think Brawler is a great choice. I think
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
his
probably
best
not.
character that he already plays against Seth is Joker, of course.
Mm.
But he already played Joker against me, and yeah, he is playing Hero.
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 Yes, because
That is
now
such a
think
random
okay,
choice.
if you think about it, Hero beats Lucario.
Mm-hmm.
He beats Diddy,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and Twix says Hero beats Sephiroth. Now, I'll be honest, I don't have enough experience to really tell if he wins or if it's even. But one thing I can tell for sure is that it's not a pretty matchup.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure.
Like
Yeah,
that's
see
for
here-
sure. He can beat
Yeah.
Seth.
I can see
Uh,
Hero doing well with the side B. And,
Yeah.
everything.
Saibi also like the buffs. He airball shifts a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. He
Oh,
like
and
goes. He sometimes goes under F tilt. Like
Yeah, and he can like
Yeah.
edge guard Sephiroth with up B sometimes.
yeah, he can. And also like every time he gets a buff, I can explode at 60 before win.
Yeah.
And also, like, I think like Hero's problem is that often his aerials get intercepted early from quicker aerials from other characters.
Yeah.
But Sephiroth kind of has to read the jump, right?
Yeah.
To do that.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
Sort of, yeah. So I think it's mainly about you need to like mainly whiff punish Hero Seth, but it's like
Yeah.
like you can't really whiff punish him either because he's gonna arbor shift once he lands too.
Yeah.
So like
True.
I need to figure out the matchup. That's for I'll try to figure out the matchup and see what I have to do. Maybe he's gonna like switch idea before our next set, which is probably gonna be a Trigan.
Yeah, region. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna be there.
But yeah,
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I think it was very. Okay, I'll be fair. I think it was like very nervous. The tournament, like I could tell playing him that it was like. It was for sure one not happy about playing me for 33rd.
Yeah.
And two, it was very nervous. Like during game 4, I could tell that something was like going on, which is like how do I say? Like it was a 3-star, but it was not really a 3-star.
Yeah.
Right? Like last stock especially, but like also in the middle of the second one, it was kind of done. I feel bad about it because like he's a really like sweet guy, but
He is. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. But it happens sometimes, right?
yeah, it happens.
Part of competing.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
And
So-
then of course, after beating Bloom, I had to play Raffle for 25th.
The classic.
I genuinely don't know like what I did. This weekend was a disaster. Anyway, yeah. French paddles are very different, and I was not ready to play a paddle that was like this aggressive, this willing to push the advantage state, get push the advantage state, being like this It felt like I was playing a Lucina or a Roy.
Oh,
but
really?
It was yes. It felt like playing a Lucina.
I feel
There
like you need to play Palu like that in this meta. Like you just have to be
Yes.
aggressive with
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. Yes. It was like very. It was very different from what I used to. But honestly, we both were. We talked about it like after our set, and we both agreed on our next set is gonna be different. Because I didn't play well, both the matchup and the PvP side of the set. And you also said that he was not playing as well as he like. We was not playing like too well. So like that
Yeah.
set was that set was hype for the crowd, but we both
Yeah.
didn't really enjoy it. I think.
Oh, okay, I see, I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah,
It's actually funny that you had to play like Bloom and Raffalo like back to back because you had to deal with the BMS crowd like
Yeah.
twice in a
Oh,
row.
I loved it. I,
Yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say it over and over again. I hope every set I play there is a crowd doing something, because if it's like if nobody's watching, if there is like nothing going on, I don't play as well.
Oh,
I'll be
really?
honest.
Okay.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
more loud it is, the more I get in the tournament.
You're different.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people will get like rattled by the crowd, but you
Yeah.
like the pressure. You like the crowd. I didn't
Yeah.
know about that. About that
Oh
about
yeah.
you. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
interesting.
I'm completely fine with it.
Yeah.
But let's hope
I
maybe
mean-
maybe the French is gonna come up with a new strategy and just leaves you alone in pools.
Nah, I don't think
Yeah.
so. Nah, I don't think so now. I'm like, yeah, I'm very like, I like it, honestly. Like it makes competing much more enjoyable for me.
Yeah,
Mm.
for sure, for sure.
No, it's definitely an amazing trait to have as a competitor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like every.
I think many people would be jealous
Yeah.
of you.
Like I'll
If-
be
if-
honest. What I don't like about what I didn't like on Friday when I was at dojo is that, how do you say this? Since there was KOF the day after, it didn't feel
Yeah.
one as important.
Yeah.
Nobody was really like of course, for obvious reason, and they were right. Nobody was like chanting and doing stuff, right? So I
Yeah, it's
couldn't
only
really,
local, right?
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's like I couldn't really get into the tournament mindset. That was
I
to
see,
me
I
it
see,
felt
yeah.
like I was playing friendlies. Like yeah.
Yeah, but that for the future that like maybe pre-locals aren't really for you, right? So
Yeah.
I
So you like-
need them to warm up. That's the main
okay,
thing.
that makes you could just treat them as warm up then. So
Yeah, which is what I do.
yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll always say it. Like me at measure is another thing. I just play so much better. So like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
There were some. I think there were some very nice things that happened this tournament, like
Yeah,
Tariq
for sure.
getting top 8.
Yeah, let's go
Yeah.
Tariq getting top
yeah.
8 for the first
Yeah.
time like after a year.
Yeah, and he was so down after Icarus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
yeah.
So I'm very happy to see him do this well.
Yeah, finally, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Lugi made a very impressive loser run.
Yeah. Obviously
Yeah.
lost to
Yeah.
Space winners round 2
Yeah.
and then just beat Nitox, Kid, then who did he beat after that? I don't know who he beat to
Yeah,
qualify for top
he
8.
beat Echo for top 8.
Echo.
Or yeah, Echo. Then he beat Tariq. Then he beat Space in the round back. And then he beat Quick and Siski in
Yeah.
Samus Luigi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which most people think is like an impossible matchup.
Yeah.
But it is really bad for Luigi.
It is bad.
I
It
think
is
it's bad, but I don't think it's that bad with that punish game. But yeah.
Yeah, true. Like it's Luigi, you can just kill them one
Yeah.
hit.
Do you
But
think-
That's like the factor that a lot of characters have in this game. The matchup almost doesn't matter because you just need one opening.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just kill them.
And Luigi is especially good at Luigi combos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's literally the
When-
best in the world. Like he's probably
Yeah,
the best
yeah.
Luigi in the world, but he's
Yeah.
amazing at the combos, right?
Yeah.
We like everyone always talks about how he converts out of like any hit, like not just a grab,
I
right?
think we can like, you can just like not say probably. I think it just is. at
He
this
is,
point.
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he's the best Luigi. Yeah.
for sure.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah. Even before like all the elegant stuff happened, he was probably better than like elegant. I would say.
yeah, most likely. Like I'm very curious to like. I want Luigi to play light.
Oh,
or
that,
Queen.
Yeah,
at Terra, dude, Terra, they need to rig the seeding to have
Yeah.
Luigi play light, bro.
Yeah. They need to rig the seeding just so I don't have to play Diddy again.
Yeah,
What if I play Tweak?
yeah, that would be rough.
It's time to play Lucina.
True.
My Lucina still has no games in bracket, by the way.
It's
actually,
time.
my Lucina has 2 games in bracket, and they were against Yolt, and I won. So yeah,
So
but
that's all you need. 100% win
Yeah.
rate, right?
100% win rate. But yeah,
Yeah, but I think there were some other really impressive runs which didn't go up to top eight. So let's run down the top eight real quick. I think
Uh,
Quicks had an even better performance than at Icarus, as we said earlier.
Yep. Beating
Um,
Kurama
yeah,
and
I think
everyone
we're
else.
all happy to see it.
Yeah, for sure. Kurama got the EU treatment though, losing the double
Yeah.
semis.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
We love to see it as Europeans.
Yeah, for sure. I think the most notable run that didn't go up until top 8 was definitely Kid's run.
Yeah.
yeah,
The Me
Yeah.
Brawler player who used to play Fox. I actually lost to him a year ago at Wanted.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
He
what the
is
first
good.
time I heard of him was your set against him.
Yeah. But apparently
Um,
now he picked a Brawler and
Yeah.
is doing even better.
He
He-
is that is good.
Yeah. That's great to see. I heard, I think Longo tweeted about it, that his like combos are really good. Because whenever
Mhm.
I see like people talk about Brawler, they're always like, these combos are insane. But whenever I played against a good Brawler, I've never gotten hit by them. Like literally, I just play neutral over and over and I'm not scared. So I would really like to play his Brawler to see like how he actually hits the confirms. But I know
Yeah.
he beat Longo, OG. Who else did he beat
And
in
Netoru.
losers?
Netorio and Adrian.
Oh yeah, those are like Netoru, great win. Adrian, really solid player
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And he only lost to Reflow and Lugi. So
Yeah, but here's the interesting thing, because I have the bracket open. He picked Fox against Lugi.
that is
Which-
interesting. Really
Yeah,
interesting.
Okay,
I
I
have-
think Brawler loses Luigi.
Probably.
For a very
Yeah.
simple reason. Luigi is a better brawler than Brawler.
Yeah, it is funny.
Yes.
But it's like still he
but
switched to
so
Fox.
against Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if he has no other choice.
Yeah, but like
But-
I would still say like Broad probably does better in that matchup than Fox.
Yeah, maybe.
But maybe
I
he
don't
knows
know.
something we don't. I don't know.
Yeah. I've seen him play. He's like very, very good. Yeah. He is good.
Yeah.
Well, you know who did very, very well, but not many people talked about him. Is Space.
Who?
Well, is Space.
Space. Oh yeah, Space.
Space,
No,
yeah, Space.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
nobody ever talks about Space. It's
He's
crazy.
always
Space,
there.
like one of the best
Can you-
players in Europe, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Well, he has to stop getting
But-
top 8 every tournament.
Yeah.
Like in
he's
a
gonna be-
way, in a way or the other, he's gonna get top 8.
Yeah, in some way or another.
I'm telling you already. If his bracket is Twig, Spargo, Light for top 8, he's gonna top 8 anyway.
Yeah, somehow he's
I
gonna
don't
find
know.
a way.
I don't know. Like
Yeah.
he beat Lugi, and the way he beat Lugi is like he said that like it was 3 stocks. He was like getting 3 stock, and then
Yeah,
he
game 5, yeah.
and then he reverse restocked him with a
Oh, yeah,
suicide
yeah.
down there, and I'm like,
Suicide down there?
yeah, with
Wow, I
Pyro.
didn't know that.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's built different then. Nice.
Well, yeah, and then he beat Siskwi finally.
Yeah, he has like Siski obviously is pretty good versus Aegis overall. He was at Leo's place for like 2 weeks or something last year, so he got a lot of Aegis practice. But I think Siski said on Twitter that he didn't really prepare for Aegis this time, and Space just you could see if you saw the sets, like Space just played really clean. Like he just
Yeah.
cleanly outplayed Siski. He definitely like prepped
Yeah.
for that set.
I think that's
you-
the very good part about Space is that he has a game plan, and he can
Mm,
almost always like play fast with his game plan and be
yeah.
clean. Like I rarely see Space like messing up stuff.
He never
not,
messes up. He
or like
never messes
not,
up.
or like not
Yeah.
following a game plan well.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
it's like his best right by far.
Yeah, consistency master.
Yeah, he is.
And he
Uh,
like his set versus Gluto was actually kind of close. Like he won game 1, I think, pretty cleanly, and then game 2 was like last stock last hit, but he didn't win it. And then Gluto just like decided to do Gluto things like in games
Yeah.
3 and 4.
yeah.
So it happens.
And Gluto then won again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Against both
Lu-
Quick and Louis.
Yeah.
Does either of you know what like the current status of Bluetooth hands is?
No, I think it's
because
the same as before. Like
it's still the same. Like he still can't SDI
well, he can
without.
SDI, but that
It just
means
ruins his hands. Yeah.
yeah. But he like
Yeah.
I know that Gluto has like a modded controller where he's like LNR triggers are like lighter. So when he like presses
Mhm.
shield or anything, like uses R in any way, it's like less training for his hands. Maybe he has a like an SD like notches or something that can maybe help with SDI. I don't know.
I don't
But
know if that's legal.
yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I think he can play, but it's just like he has to kind of regulate how much he plays, right? And if
Okay.
he doesn't play that much, then he can like kind of SDI. I didn't watch the Lugi Gluto set that much, but I don't think he got grabbed or like
No,
combo that hard
he
in that
didn't
set.
really.
He got
Yeah.
grabbed like twice, I think.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
exactly. Like if you don't get grabbed, you don't need to SDI, right? If you don't get
Yeah.
hit, he just like he played the matchup very well. You could tell he was really prepped for Lugi, right?
Mhm.
These players they lose once. Like he got destroyed by Lugi at the invasion, and then he was just like, no, I'm not. I don't want to get at least destroyed like that again.
Okay, I think we have time to talk about one more small run, and then our runtime is over for today.
Yeah.
So what's a performance that either of you want to highlight?
I think Icon's losers run was pretty notable after losing
Yeah.
to Franco to DDD. Like he beat Andres, Semi, Azrael, and Naskino, and then lost to Siski. Siski is a tough
Yeah.
draw in losers, but like
Yeah.
all those wins are like pretty good, and I think none of those were game 5, so he had like a pretty clean losers run
Yeah.
up until that point. And I met him last year at Genesis. He's such a nice guy, really clean player. So I was glad to see he made the losers run after he lost to Franco.
Yeah.
Also, he played against Andres, which is pretty funny because I remember Genesis. Didn't Andres and
Vendetta.
what's his name?
Vendetta.
Yeah.
Vendetta.
Yeah, they have this show to see who the best is, and I cannot place both.
Yeah, he did. Like at that Genesis, I can just made
Yeah.
an insane run
Yeah.
the 9th.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was looking forward for like Flo's loser run because he lost winner round 1, right? And he got to day 2. I was like, what if he gets top 8 from
But then
loser
he
round?
lost immediately to Rihan.
Yeah. Yeah, like I guess
So-
loser round was probably the best of the tournament.
Yeah, for sure.
Or else it's Lugis.
Oh yeah, I think Lugi's run is the most notable one
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
sure.
For
And
sure.
quick.
Yeah.
Just quick beating, like just having a Kurama win is pretty nice because Kurama
Yeah.
did not drop any games until top 8 and then lost to double semis.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
That's the
It-
EU
it-
stream.
it-
Very
like
true to
sometime.
the EU experience.
It's very, very cool that Europe is finally like is catching up a lot. Like so
Yeah.
many new players are getting so good. To the point
Yeah.
where every tournament feels like a dice roll.
yeah. Honestly, yeah. Anyone you could see like anyone in top 8, except there's always gonna be space. Space
Yeah,
the inevitable.
Space is probably in top 8. Then Gluto is probably in top 8.
Yeah,
And
and then
then-
it's honestly like a coin flip after that. Like
Yeah.
anyone else could be there.
I think
Probably Siski and Bloom as well.
I think Bloom, yes. I think Siski too. And then yeah, it's like
Maybe we see another quick rain.
Yeah. Yeah,
Maybe.
Quick obviously has a nice little streak now,
Yeah.
but we could see him fall off. Hopefully not. I would love to see
Yeah,
the Quick
no.
momentum keep going.
Yeah.
I feel like the top like 10 to 15 is getting like very stuck now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay, last question of today.
Yeah.
Pluto called you one of the 4 admirals. Do you agree?
Do I agree? I think it's too early, but
Okay.
it's okay. Yeah.
I
Like,
think you're one of the 4 Admirals, Chris.
I think that I'm like up there.
For sure, yeah. No
Not-
question.
not like-
Yes.
Not like 100% top 4, but like I can see myself from like 4 or 5 to 8, 9, 10, like something like that.
Yeah.
I think it like depends
Yeah,
a lot.
I think that's fair, yeah.
I think it's like very fair.
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
There are like the real problem is there are so many people that like can be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Lugi can be 4 to 8 or 9 as well. Andres can, Raflo can, I can, not I can. Quick can too. Like it's
Yeah, Tariq, Semi as well.
Semi too. Yes,
Yeah.
Ramin.
Yeah, Ramin,
Mhm.
please. Hopefully his hands
Right? It's like
Yeah.
like heal soon.
like there are
Yeah,
so many
hopefully.
players that can be at that level. That
Yeah.
which is also why it's a dice roll. Because I feel like in Europe we play a lot of like not top tiers. We play like high to top tiers or like high to mid tiers that have like some very polarizing matchup charts. Like if you think about Seth, right? Seth is like +2 or +3 matchups, but he also has some like impossible matchups, like Sheik. I think that Sheik is like Soar as well.
Yeah.
And same applies to Ramin because he plays Sheik. Same applies to like, a lot of us. I feel like even like Andres plays Shotos, right? So, like Shotos can have some very bad matchups.
You just run into Luigi and then that's rough.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Also, like quick with someone. Like if he has to play a bad an Olimar, it's like woo.
Yeah. Kind of GG's.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I think we're kind of running out of time. Although matchup discussions are always interesting. Chris, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at m4e./something or m4e./smash on Twitch.
Okay.
Nice.
Do you stream regularly?
I usually stream my IB games runs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Are you entering tomorrow?
Hugo?
Yeah, I'm like just Lancelot SB on everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed the first episode. Our next one is probably gonna be about, I don't know, is Region next?
Dokomi even.
Oh, Dokomi, yeah. So we're planning to do this about once a month, I think.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching and have a nice day.